What's going on, everybody? Nah, Merkman here, and the Snapshot 13w38a came out a couple hours ago, and I'm going to show you guys all the new changes in the snapshot. Now, there's not a lot of changes, but they're pretty significant, so let's get into it. So the first thing has to do with maps. Now here you can see a couple maps that I took of the landscape, and now when you put a map into an item frame, it's going to take up the whole block space. But what you'll see from the side view here is that it doesn't actually come out of the block you're putting it on, it's just kind of on it, so that looks kind of weird. I don't know if we're going to change that or that's just how they want it. But anyway, that's definitely helpful because I know a lot of people were complaining that the maps are too small when they were in the item frames, so that's definitely a cool change for the maps. Now when we go to options and then we go to video settings, we have a couple new changes. Now for starters, when you go to render distance, it's now by chunks instead of far, normal, short, and tiny. So this is basically far. Actually, I think it's a bit farther than far. You can see that I was on 5 just for lag reasons. But then you have your max frame rate here, which you should probably put all the way up so that your max frame rate can go as high as you want it. And then we have all the normal stuff. But as we get down here, you have map levels, and then you have anisotropic filtering, and then you have enable post-processing. Now, I don't know what these three things mean, but I do know that this up here has changed, and this up here has changed the name. Alright, so there's actually a new change to the achievements. Now, it's all the same achievements, don't worry, but when you actually get an achievement, it's going to come up in chat, and it'll say benchmaking, and then when I hover my mouse over it, it'll say what you have to do to get the achievement. Now, if you're on a server, everybody can see if you get an achievement, so that's a pretty cool addition as well. Alright, so the only other new change is to the super secret settings. So every time you click it, you're going to hear a different sound, and then you're going to see that your view actually changes. So when I click this, you'll listen and you'll hear it. So you hear that sound, and then you look around and everything kind of looks a bit hazy. So this is the first view, and then if you go to this one, you're going to see that this is another view. Now these are all kind of weird. I'm not actually sure what the purpose is for, but they kind of look cool, some of them. So let's keep going here. We got this one, which basically looks the same. And we got this one, which is kind of like black and white. And then we got this one, which kind of looks normal. I'm not sure what the big change is in that one. This one looks a bit different. It's kind of like 3D-ish around the outsides of some of the blocks. This one's completely upside down, which it's hard to move, and it looks kind of cool, actually. And the next one is this one. And this one basically inverts all the colors, so when you swim, you're going to swim in yellow water. So let's get to the next one, which is this one. And you can see it kind of looks like an old TV. And then this one here, which kind of like outlines the blocks in white. That one looks kind of cool as well. And that, it's kind of funny. When you look, everything's trippy. It's all like kind of moving, and it's hard to see when you move your mouse around. Now, it's not like that if you stand still, but once you start moving around, it's going to get crazy. Alright, so the next one basically looks like the old TV again, except that it's a little less blurry. And then this one here basically makes everything kind of outlined in black, and then it makes the grass like black with some other colors on it. And this one here basically makes your Minecraft completely 8-bit if it wasn't already 8-bit enough. And then this one here, it's basically going to make everything have a sepia effect, kind of like black and white, but not completely black and white. And then this one is basically going to make you see green and a bit 8-bit as well. And then this one here, you're going to see really blurry and it's really hard to see. And this one, basically it looks like you're on drugs. Everything's changing colors, you're completely colorblind, you don't know what's what. Basically, it's just going to get hectic and crazy. So this one's going to be hilarious to mess around with. But this one here, basically, it just changes the texture kind of everything. And then this one here is a little bit blurry, but not as much as it was before. And then this one here looks like we're back at the beginning. So that looks like it's it for 13w38a. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.